What about the healing? What up? What up? What up? To all my collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, cross watcher, you're welcome. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead on and let's go ahead and get into it because we only have 15 minutes. Oh, hold on. Okay, so let's get into it. All right. So, but before we do, subscribe. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. It's not gonna help, it's not gonna hurt you. It's free. It helps the channel, it helps me be able to grow and get these messages out to you. So with that being said, let's get into it for real. All right. So what we have is broken into pieces, sickness, stalking, spiritual jail, and evil eye. So, right quick off in the hurry. Collective, someone is broken in pieces. Broken in pieces, what I'm getting is saying, they're broken up, they're heartbroken. They are broken up in hate. They don't know if they love you, if they hate you. They don't know if they for you or against you. They're just broken off into many fragments of themselves because they have done so much to you. They have watched you, because we have stalking here. Stalked you so much, watched you so much, studied you so much. They have actually accrued a mental illness. They're broken up in pieces because they have two minds. They don't know what to do concerning you. They have collected so much energy from you. They have collected so many thoughts about you. They don't know what's true, what's not, what's in their reality or not, what's a dream, what's not, what's real and what's not concerning you. They have invested a whole lot of time and energy and effort into you, and you, collective, have been minding your own business, living your life, trying to live your life, but this person keeps intervening, keeps coming in, trying to insert themselves in your life, trying to force, bully themselves in your life where you are trying to move on. They're trying to create a space, create energy, create and bind and force their way into a space in time that is over with, is done with. It's not even in your reality. But because they're broken up and fragmented, they don't know what's true, what's not. They don't know what they're thinking. Is that really reality? The reality that you're in? They don't know. So they continue to stalk you, watch you, and dig themselves deeper into a place, into a hole of sickness, mental sickness, because they can't discern what's real and what's not. So they watch you. Not only watch you, they stalk you, to the point where they are in a mental prison where they feel like that is all that they can do day in and day out in this prison is think about you, is worry about you, is watch you, is study you, is try to figure you out, what you doing, how you doing, who you doing it with, what you thinking, how you feeling, what's really going on in your life. They want to know so bad. They want to be in your life so bad that ultimately they are making themselves sick. They're making their own self sick, worrying and concerning about you that has actually moved on with your life. Some of you are married. Some of you are in a relationship. Some of you are getting ready to get married. Some of you are in a serious relationship. Some of you are dating. Some of you are just single and don't want to be bothered. Whatever the case may be in your life concerning you is your business. But this person is all up in your energy field, trying to figure you out. But the thing about it is that they are blocked. This is why they are fragmented. This is why they all messed up. This is why, because you have blocked them to the point that they can't cross to see the real truth about what you're doing, how you're doing it. They can't see the real truth about you. You've set a boundary. You've walked away and you closed the door. And the door and the boundary, unbeknownst to them, this is the reason why they can't see. It's because you won't allow them to see. You've blocked them, and to the point where they're not allowed to cross. They're not allowed to see. They're not allowed to know. They're not allowed, because they have in the past abused. They have abused and crossed the line to insert themselves in your energy. They abused it. So now God granted those boundaries, and where anybody can watch is, you can watch, but they have abused. They have abused and crossed the line concerning you, that now God has placed that boundary. Place the boundary that you are guarded in such a way that it won't be crossed. You didn't do it, God did it. Because in some type of way, this particular person can't handle. They can't handle it. They're mentally sick, meaning that if they will cross the line and abuse to insert themselves in your life that type of way, that means they can't handle that type of information. So God intervened on your behalf to put that boundary there. It's a boundary that cannot be crossed. And if you cross it, then this is the end result. The end result is that you make your own self sick. You fragment your mind. Your mind is fragmented. You it's broken up in pieces. You don't know what's real, what's not real. You don't know if you're in a dream or you're in an alternate reality. You don't know, because you crossed the line and you abused. Even after God put that boundary there, you went back and crossed it. You went back and tried to do what you needed to do to try to get the information, which unbeknownst to you, whoever you are, that crossed the line with the collective, the end result is that you put yourself in a mental prison. You can't see the truth. You don't know the truth. You don't know what's real. You did this to yourself because you would not respect the boundaries, and you would not respect collectives, life, boundaries. You would not respect them being their wishes and them wanting to go on with their life in peace. You would not respect. You abused it. Did what you wanted to do. Which ultimately, in the end of the day, and how it's rolling and how it is, you can't get that back. You in a way, you have done something to your own self, thinking that you're hurting someone else, but you're only hurting yourself. You'll never get this person never will get their mind back the way it should be. They're fragmented, confused. And if they don't go to a professional to help them be able to have some type of life, to be able to function, if they're not real with themselves and go get the help that they need, I don't know what to say about this. But I ask God, why? Why is this person in this state? Number one, it's because they did it to themselves. They did not respect the collective's boundaries. Hold on. They did not respect collective boundaries, and they kept evading the collective space. When they evade the collective space, they inserted themselves in collective's energy, harvesting their energy, and they had no right and no permission to. And when they did that, they didn't just take a little bit or just try to, go in and, see what you need to see and come out. No, they try to make insert themselves in the collective life permanently. See, it's all or nothing for this person. They want to take all the collective's energy, time, effort. They want to drain the collective so the collective can't do their purpose and destiny. They can care less about your purpose, your destiny, what you're supposed to be doing. They can care less about what God sent you here, what God have you doing, they can care less about God and God's intentions. It's all about them and what they want, they need, and how they feel. And that's why they're in the predicament they're in, because they're thinking about themselves and what they can get and how they can take advantage and what's the advantage point for them, not the collectives. They can leave you. They can care less about the collective. All they want is what the collective have, what the collective is, what the collective can make, and what the collective can do. That's it. They can leave you drained and leave you with nothing. They can care less. It's about them. And that's why the predicament they're in. Sickness, fragment of mind, can't think straight. In a mental prison. All because of what? Evil eye. Jealousy and envy of another person. What another person has. What another person is, what they possess, their character, their characteristics, their body, their mind, their soul, their spirit. Want to possess somebody else's essence and take that from them and cloak it over them. Take it, steal it, harvest it by any means necessary. But in this particular interim, what they have manifested is a fragmented mind that they'll never be able to get back. They'll never be able to cement and get it all back together. It's all over the place. Just because you would not leave well enough alone and let go and move on with your life. Because you didn't want to submit under authority under the Most High God so you can find out who you are and be about you and what your purpose and your destiny is. You went and tried to bogart and bully into somebody else's life, and so what somebody else got and who they are and what they be. And you end up what? Riddled with sickness, mentally sickness, in a spiritual prison that you can't get out of. Broken into pieces. And there's the alarm. So that's all I have to say about this. So with that being said, if you like this content, if I spoke the truth, if I hit a nerve, even if it's you that I'm talking to, even if it's you and you're not the collective, I'm talking about you. If I told the truth, like the video, what you hating on it for? I gave you a piece of the puzzle. You either gonna do right or you're not. And to do right is to leave the collective alone. Look at yourself. Accept acknowledgement for what you've done to your own self, your own soul, and your salvation. Stop hating on other people. Stop hating the truth. Tell yourself the truth and be about it for once in your life. Like the video, share it, subscribe, so I can tell you more about you. That's the way it happens. That's how you get back. That's how you help your own soul and salvation, is by the truth. Telling yourself the truth, not hiding from the truth, not wearing a mask, not faking a funk. Looking at the truth, accepting the truth, acknowledging the truth, and being about the truth. That's how you help yourself get out of the situation that you in. Right? So with that being said, like, share, subscribe. Come back for the next one. I'm sending love. I'm sending healing your way. And Trinity is out.